Hello. Welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. Now, let's talk about how to be a real estate broker in New York. This is by request. So let's explain a few things. So there's two steps to becoming a real estate broker. First, you need to become a real estate salesperson. So we've spoken about that. That's just a licensed agent. I recommend anybody who does what I do, get licensed. Just to reiterate, 3 reasons to get licensed. Number 1, you want access to the MLS, the multiple listing service, so you can comp out properties and get values. Number 2 is you want to list your own property. So if you're flipping a property, you want to list it, or wholesaling a property, you want to list it to the retail, to the end buyer. And even wholesaling, you can put a property wholesale on the MLS. It's perfectly legal. You're just not allowed to represent that you own it. You have to list the owner as the contract vendee, which means you're in contract. That's 2. And number 3 is if you go on enough appointments, you're absolutely going to come into contact with people who A, just want to list, or B, should list, and you're going to tell them. And I've said on hundreds of occasions to people, listen, this house is in pretty good shape. If you were my brother or my sister, I would tell you not to sell it to an investor. I would tell you to list it. And I feel extremely good about telling people that, and people list it with me, and I'm happy to monetize that lead, even if it's less money than I'm going to make when I buy. Usually, it's money, and I'm happy to help people and do what's in their best interest. So those are 3 reasons to get licensed. So the first step is to get licensed is to take a 75-hour real estate salesperson's course. It is not difficult, and it is not expensive. It costs, if you take it online, you can get a Groupon for $99. I recommend everybody take it online because the live courses are a pain in the ass. For most people that are procrastinating doing this, they always say, well, I don't have time. If you take the live course, it's like 2 full weeks of your time. Who the hell has time for that? Take it online, and you just have to study for the test. You take a test, state test. Again, that was $99 for the course. I think the state test is $8 or $12, really small. You pass the test, you associate with a broker. Anybody who wants to associate with a broker, you can park your license with me for free. And I give 100% commission on deals that you do, minus a small fee per transaction. So then you are a licensed salesperson. Then you have to become a broker. So you have to then take another course. I think it's 50 hours to become a real estate broker, and you have to pass another test. But they also want you to show that you have experience. So that's the part that's complicated, because they want to show that you've been involved in a lot of transactions. I had 17 years in the mortgage business. I was involved with thousands of transactions, so they let me use that experience. If not, you have to show some experience to become a broker. Now, why would you want to be a broker? What's the advantages? So obviously, as a broker, you can start your own company. I became a broker simply because I didn't want to share my commissions on my own deals, right? I do enough deals that even if I was on 100% commission and pay, so I originally started, I'll take you way back. So when I first started doing this, I used a flat fee company, charged me $500, and I listed with them. That had its own drawbacks, so we can go into that on another topic. I don't recommend that. Then I joined Charles Rutenberg, which is a 100% commission company, and I used them. But they were in control of a lot of things that I wanted to be in control of. And there's also drawbacks. Some people don't like Charles Rutenberg, right? Maybe they had a bad experience with somebody from Charles Rutenberg. So I wanted to go fresh and do it myself. That was why I did it. And also, I'm a big fan of a guy out of Boston named Tom Caffarello, who really started his whole business in the same way that I did, in that he was a flipper, and then he just hired a lot of agents who actually are his acquisition managers and go on his appointments. And I sort of dreamed about doing that. It never actually took place, but I do have about 12 agents, 15 agents in my brokerage. Some of them are people who work for me to do dispositions. Some of them bring deals. I pay 100% commission when they do. I'm fine with that. I'm happy to help them. I'm happy to train anybody if they want. But that is why I wanted to be a broker. Now, why you may want to be a broker, again, the main reason is to start your own company and not be beholden to somebody else. But it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, and you have to get past the state requirements for experience. So if you have experience in a real estate related field, if you were a mortgage broker or something along those lines, it's not hard. But I would say it's not necessary for 99% of the people doing this, because it's additional expense. You have to pay more money per year to be a broker. You have to pay more as a broker for MLS access, and you are really responsible if somebody under your that's in your brokerage screws something up, right? So somebody in your brokerage just lies to someone or does something that's not in their fiduciary responsibility, it comes back to you. You are supposed to be managing them and responsible for them. I don't like managing people, and I don't like being responsible for them, but I do it as a service to people. I had a guy who recently did like a $80,000 commission on a property. I was joking with him when he did the deal. I said, oh, we're 50-50, right? But I gave him all of it, minus a few $100. And, you know, and I assume he did everything right. I asked for the paperwork. He showed me the paperwork. But I don't know, and there is some risk involved. What happened to the light? So I would recommend that most people don't become a broker. But if you want to become a broker, that's really 2 steps. You have to become a salesperson first. You got to pass the salesperson test and affiliate with a broker, and then you have to show the state that you have the required experience. I don't remember the numbers exactly. And then you have to a certain amount of years, a certain amount of transactions. I forgot what the hell it is. And then you have to take the broker's course and pass that. So I've done that. I did it because it was in my best interest. Most people that are simply flipping or wholesaling houses do not need to become a real estate broker. But that's how it works. It's not that complicated, really. The test to be a broker is more, it's not like it's a harder test. It's just about different things, about what you're responsible for, and how to manage people, and what you should be doing, how to manage the money, keeping, not commingling funds. It's the same crap. I mean, listen, I've taken a lot of regulatory tests. I was Series 7 and Series 63 licensed a long time ago. I had to take tests when I was a mortgage broker. So I'm pretty good at these tests, and I take them. A lot of it to me is common sense. Don't steal money from your clients, that kind of thing. But most people do not need to be a real estate broker. But if you do want to be a real estate broker, and you have the required experience, it's not that hard. It really isn't hard. And so that's pretty much the answer. I got another 3 minutes to talk, so what am I going to talk about now? Any suggestions? Well, there's nobody watching, so it's hard for his suggestions. I will say, though, that I am very, very intrigued by the current market. I really like the current market a lot. I hear from people all the time, oh, every seller wants retail. Listen, there are always sellers who want retail. Now maybe some of them are just expecting more than what their retail price is because they've been told that the market, and not told, the fact is the market's been going up for so many years. But there are still people whose problems we can solve. That's our job as real estate investors, is to solve someone's problem. The basic question of whether you're going to get a deal or not is whether you can solve his problem. And that's usually, and again, people fall into 2 buckets whose problems we can solve. There's a problem with the property. So that could be that it's in horrible condition. That can be that it's full of crap that he doesn't want to clean out. It can be that there's regulatory issues with the municipality, violations, permits, all kinds of things, unpermitted additions, things like that. Or it can be a problem with the person. He's in desperate need to get money right away. He wants to lock up the current market and get something in contract, but he needs to wait more time. Time is a big factor. So he doesn't want to list, doesn't want to deal with people coming into his house. Some people are still COVID crazy. They don't want other people parading through their house. Whatever the issue is, it's either a problem with the person or a problem with the property, and we solve the problem by giving them a no contingency offer. That's it. Not like in other states where that contract is bullshit, where you have a 2-4 week contingency period where you can go try and find the buyer to lock it up. In New York, every contract I go into, I have to either close or I have to assign. Those are the only 2 choices. And I have no outs unless there's a title problem. So that's how it works in New York. So by doing that, we solve some kind of problem with the seller, and that's why we get properties at a discount. I'm buying a lot of properties now with uncooperative tenants. There's no way to sell a property with an uncooperative tenant, listing it and selling it to a retail buyer. Most retail buyers, if not all retail buyers, will not buy a property with an uncooperative tenant. They won't even buy with a cooperative tenant because they want, first, even if they want to rent it out, they want to screen the person, they want to screen the tenants themselves, but especially if they know the person's not paying, they don't want to deal with the eviction. Okay, I just filled up a good 2.5 minutes of a completely separate topic. Now, just to recap, it's easy to become a real estate broker as long as you have the required experience. If you are interested in how I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you are interested in my course that teaches how to do this, go to howtoflipnewyorkcourse.com. If you are interested in coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. I still can't believe how cheap I'm offering the coaching for. I probably have to raise my rates pretty soon. What else? If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you are watching in any channel, please click like. The likes really help me. It gets more people to see my videos, so thank you very much. And keep the comments coming. Ask me anything. There is no dumb question. Someone asked a question before and said, I think it's a dumb question. It's not a dumb question. Any question will be answered. If it's a simple answer, I will just respond. If it's a topic that maybe I've covered in depth, I'll send you links to a video or videos about it. And if it's something new, or something I haven't covered in a while, I'll do a video on it. So thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I can hit the finish button on this video without getting into a car accident.